Where's his pants?
Ask culture. It's getting another rewrite.
Showing his thing.
Get another rewrite already. What's going on? Apparently these guys are.
Is this the same rewrite or is this another rewrite?
It's another rewrite.
This is another rewrite.
They're going to spend all their budget on writers.
4. Fortunately, Feige's just a Muppet, so he can only count to 4.
You know why this is a problem? Sorry,
it's important to note that this comes from DCU Leaks, who actually leaked that Stephen Yen left the role of Sentry. So good place, actually. You need to give him a little bit more benefit of the doubt. But basically, Scott Neustadter and Michael Webber are on as writers. Again, more writers. The pair of scribes are known for recently writing and producing the Daisy Jones and the 6 TV series. Sure, fine, I guess. They also did Rosalind, a comedic retelling of Romeo and Juliet. Fine, I guess. I've not watched any of this stuff.
No.
They wrote Paper Towns. Fine, I guess. Why are they back on? What the hell is going on? Why are they more doing?
None of that shit screams superhero. Well, this is rooted in the stuff that we're getting out of Film Threat right now.
Yeah,
because they showed us the thing that you have to fill out and hit certain DEI points, and why these writers are nowhere near qualified to be writing this shit, and why they're going through them like tissues, because these guys suck. They're not meant to do this thing. Now, if you want them to write something that's in line with what they wrote before, which sounds like some hoity fucking drama shit or girly type shit, then fine. But
yeah, if you're
somebody to write Fantastic Four, get a fucking nerd.
Or I mean, these guys are perfect for a Will and Grace reboot.
I am in pain, so I'm kind of irritable.
That's all right.
These guys are perfect for writing for a Will and Grace reboot. They are not writing the Fantastic Four.
Exactly, or Mike and Molly.
It's just such a bizarre route to go down. Like, what? No, it's not. It tells us exactly what we need to know, is that this is going to be very comedic. Very comedic. So it's more of the same.
Yeah.
But Chris, I'm aware you need to disappear soon, so let's get your thoughts, bud.
Well, I love the Fantastic Four. I've always loved the comics, the John Byrne run during the Bronze Age at Marvel. This is my favorite. I've got it collected in hardcovers. I think it's a tough property. It's a tough egg a nut to crack because the characters themselves, a stretchy person it's comedic. I don't think they can help it. And, like Elongated Man or Plastic Man and stuff like that. There you go, Corman. Roger Corman's was probably as good as any. And I didn't really
mind. The best we're ever going to get.
I didn't really mind the one with Dr. Doom. Who did that one back in the 90s? I thought
Corman?
The first one was okay. Not Corman, no.
Oh.
Are you talking about the Tim Story one from like 2001?
Yeah, that wasn't bad.
The first one was okay, but yeah.
But what I think is that you've got people that are trying not to do that, and I think that another thing, Marvel and Disney, and I guess DC too, is they are they're hiring people that don't have any respect for these properties. It's just like they want to make a mockery of it. Kevin Feige doesn't know what they're doing. And I think that you see that with things like the Eternals, you see that with the Marvels, you see that with, they're doing a sequel to Shang-Chi. I think they've lost their way. I mean, for my taste, the best Marvel movies were all the Captain America films. I just thought each one of those. Yeah, each of them you could just introduce to any person that wasn't even familiar with the properties and enjoy yourself. I like the Winter Soldier one the best. And once once Disney really got their firm grip on all of it, it just all went to shite. it's never been the same, and I have no expectation of this. You know, and even the last Doctor Strange movie, while I wasn't a fan of America Chavez, I've always been a Sam Raimi fan. And if you look at it like this is Sam Raimi doing a superhero movie, that it was fine for me, but it wasn't a good Marvel movie. I don't know. I like Fantastic Four. I wish I had a better attitude about this, but none of this is good news if you're a fan of these characters.
Yeah. Film threat, the WGA writer that sent them an email. One of his points in there was writers hired on comic book shows and movies are told it's positive that they are unfamiliar with the original comic book and not a fan of the existing IP because they want to do a modern new take on the material relevant to today.
Yeah, it's what we heard about.
It's a bad strategy.
Before,
it's a bad strategy, and they just keep doubling down on it. Nate, I do have to go. Congratulations on 100 episodes of the H-Cast. I hope you come back soon. And you got a great crew here, and I hope you keep going for another 5 years, and people start tripling their donations every episode.
Appreciate it, buddy. Thanks for dropping by.
Thank you, guys.
Good to see you, Chris.
Bye, Chris.
And everyone in the chat, please do check out Bleeding Full.
Oh, yeah, they're great.
It's a great website, genuinely. So please do check them out. Follow them over on Twitter. Tell them I sent you. Anything else to add to this, or are we good on that?
Not surprised. Going off my rant earlier,
is there one Marvel project currently that isn't completely hosed, stalled, broken, rewritten?
Because they're all under people who have no idea what they're doing.
They're shooting this Captain America movie with no script. They don't have a script.
That's not how the Force works.
But I think some of the stuff with even Daredevil, I mean, they completely scrapped that and they're shooting that again. I mean,
they had 4 episodes cut.
I think what they're doing there is they spent all that money to get the Netflix series back for no good reason when they still did it in Kevin's image, and I think somebody up above said, "Why did you do that? Let's try to change that. Let's get," because all of a sudden they're getting a bunch of people that were like, what's her face, and I think Foggy's supposed to be coming back too. That when they were originally going to be recast and all that shit
in set videos, so they're there.
Yep. So they're tying it back in as much as they can to the Netflix series, from what I've been hearing now.
They have to. You have to bring her back. You have to bring Foggy back. You have to. If you want this to be popular, you have to give the fans what they want. You cannot continue to force this garbage out there that is just going to be roundly rejected. There's no profit in it.
Honestly, this shouldn't even be a problem. It should have just been moved over, right? Like the production should have just moved over to Disney Plus at that point. Once you dumped all that money on that stuff, you should have just started it back up like you're heading into season 4. Right? Like it made absolutely no sense to even try to reset this up, reestablish, revamp. And I think even some of what's his face who plays Kingpin, I just forgot his name, Vincent D'Onofrio. Even some of his comments make me think that they've revamped and reworked some things. Because I think he said something about, they're fixing it now or something like that.
That's what he said.
Yeah. So it's like, to me, that tells me and that also probably explains why Bernthal's been pretty quiet over the past 2 years, because he said he's not going to do this unless they do it right.
Yeah.
So
apparently he's got a bigger role now as well. But let's do we have anything more to say specifically on the Fantastic Four? Or
no, I think we're going to be all freaking surprised if this thing sees the light of day in the next.
I don't see it working out unless maybe Dodge gets involved and sponsors it.
All right. Well, let's shuffle on. We've got